Hi everyone, I'm so excited because I'm finally back in Malta, one of my beloved islands, actually tiny country of the Mediterranean Sea and Europe. Now in this video you're gonna see a little bit of an itinerary, but let's get into it. First we have a walk in Valletta and then we go to one of my favorite places, which is a sheep farm. As part of a 3 days experience in Malta, one of the first things I'm gonna do is visiting a local farm of sheep and have a lot of fun milking, making cheese and a lot of stuff around. As a part of experience, you also get to milk the sheep, which is not an easy job. In fact, when you do it, it's all very warm, but there is a nice friendly guy here that is going to explain you how to do it. Let me give it a try now. So you close here on the top,
yes,
and then I squeeze it down.
The milk is
here I am at the St. John's Co-Cathedral. This is a must place if you visit Valletta. Probably one of the major attractions actually of Malta. Now the interesting thing about the Co-Cathedral is that from the outside, the facade, really you can walk through and you may not even notice it. But then you go inside and it's absolutely amazing. So you have a double factor of wow, because you don't expect much from outside, you go inside, incredible. And you will see also two of the Caravaggio paintings there. Very rare to see them. There are a couple in Florence, if I remember well, and one in Paris. And I am here inside the Co-Cathedral. Why is it called Co-Cathedral? Because the first cathedral is actually in Ghadira, the old capital of Malta. When the capital was moved to Valletta, then they needed a new cathedral. And they took this church and the St. John Church and they transformed it in a cathedral, but they had to call it Co-Cathedral or Share Cathedral with the original cathedral of Ghadira. Now what you see here on the top, these are all paintings from a famous painter, Italian painter called Il Calabrese or Mattia Prati, and it took about 5 years to do all of this painting. Can you believe it? If you think that Valletta took 5 years to be built, the old capital, now you understand the effort and the incredible job that Il Calabrese did in this church. Once you come inside here, you come to realize that there are 8 chapels all around the St. John Co-Cathedral. Now I'm trying to show you that on my back. These are the 8 countries the Maltese Knights come from. So you have, for example, an Italian chapel, you have an English Bavarian chapel. Obviously, they are not the countries that we know today, but these are the countries that are existing back in the days. And another thing I wanted to show you, here on my back there is the square, the St. George Square. Now, there were not supposed to be any square in Valletta because Valletta was built as a fortified city, so only straight street, nothing else. There was no supposed people to relax in a square. But what happened is that in the Second World War, the city was heavily bombed space was created and the meaning of a city was different compared to the 16th century. And so new squares were built, as you see here on the St. John's, but there are other squares as well. And this is Merchant Street, the second most important street of Valletta, full of bars, restaurants all around. And on my back, that you see here on the corner, is the corner of shame. That was the corner when the people, before going to court, which is straight away there, were put, and everybody could shame them. So, interesting point. Today it's used by other artists just to show their own kind of work. And I'll show you a little bit around, and you see all of the restaurants and bars area. It's time to go on the other side of the harbour to Birgu. There are different ways to go to Birgu. Obviously you can take the bus, you can take another ferry, but the best way is to take a dghajsa, one of these traditional boats that are on my back, and it costs you really a good price, €2 for that. So why not having a single boat? Lots of fun and a traditional way to go around the harbour. Another place you want to come here in Malta is the Birgu waterfront. Absolutely magnificent, plenty of restaurants, probably you can see here on my back. The marina, which is obviously on my left side. You can go to the Maritime Museum now. This is closed, so we're not gonna go there, but we're gonna walk a little bit further up. It is the St. Angel Castle, and that's the direction we take. And I am here on top of the Sant'Angelo Castle. Now, it's absolutely beautiful, not only because of the castle, which is, you know, fantastic, but the view that you get over Valletta on the other side of the Grand Harbour. You can see it here on my back. I will do more footage. You know, is gorgeous, it's unique. So if you want to have some photos, for example, of Valletta, this is probably the place to be. Hold on. You know what? I wrote a post with lots of recommendations on museums to come and what to visit on the waterfront, some of the restaurants. Now, go there and check it out. I will put it somewhere here, and so you can take note of the best things to do in the Birgu waterfront and the Birgu area. Here I am on day 2 of this itinerary. And the destination for today is Esplora, which is a science museum close to Birgu. So I will take also the opportunity to see a little bit more of Birgu in this day. But let's get a bus, you see on the back. It's very easy to get it. If you have a credit card, it's just a touch and go, and they give you the ticket, so you don't need to carry any cash. If you want to carry some cash and pay with cash, just remember to take the exact cash. So it's €1.50 at the time, and you just give it to the driver and they give you the ticket. As easy as that. One of the attractions I suggest, especially if you're traveling as a family with kids, is Esplora. This is a science museum with plenty of things to see and do, because it's really hands-on physics. And kids will learn a ton out of it. And honestly, even as an adult, I've learned so much. and I spent here about a couple of hours this morning, and I love it. So I really suggest it to everyone. Very easy to come here. From Valletta you can take the bus number 3, and in no time, about 30 minutes, you will be here. I had a fantastic morning at Esplora. This is a science museum on the opposite side of Valletta, from where actually you can have a fantastic view of Valletta itself. From Esplora, I'm gonna walk back to Birgu, which is on the other side here of this little bay, and that's where I want to see the Inquisitor Palace. Birgu by itself, it's already a destination. You know, walking into this old city is quite amazing. Beautiful lanes, as you can see around me. I'm gonna put some more footage on it. But there are also a few attractions like this one here on my back, which is the Inquisitor Palace, and that's what I'm gonna see. And next I'm gonna go to the Malta at War Museum. I am now here in the Inquisitor Palace. What you see here behind me is a beautiful garden, but this place must have been hell back in the days. And they started to use it as the Inquisitor Palace in 1578. Now the Inquisition started in Rome in the 1538, so almost 600 years ago. It was one of the, I guess, darkest part of the history of Europe. If you come here in summer, always pays off to check what are the events in the weekend, especially. Like in this village that I'm visiting today is called Dghajsa, if I remember well. My pronunciation must be crap, but you get the point. You check the events, you grab the bus, very easy. If you are in Valletta, usually it's a direct bus, and you go to the village and you spend the night there. Absolutely gorgeous. I will show you a little bit more of the village in this case, and we put also the name of the village here for this party. Now there are fireworks already starting at 8:30, but there will be even more at 9:30, even more later on. Absolutely gorgeous. It reminds me a lot of the south of Italy. By the way, I will be in Sicily in September, and let's see how it is around. For day 3 of the itinerary here of Malta, I decided to rent a car, and with my family we're gonna go to see Marsaxlokk, which is a town on the western side. It's a fishing village, and the St. Peter's Pool, absolutely amazing place I want to show you, and also a couple of historical sites. There's a fantastic historical park you shouldn't miss. Now, to do all of this in one day, I rented a car because otherwise it would be impossible. You can take a bus from Valletta especially to go to one or the other, but there's no connection between one and the other straight away, as far as I know, so you would have to go back to the airport, from there back again, so it would take a long time. Now, just a quick thing about renting a car. I made a video, and you can see how it is driving actually in Malta. But one quick tip, if you see here a K or a Z, that means that it's rented car. What a better way to start the day 3 of itinerary in Malta with the St. Peter's Pool that you see here on my back. Beautiful place. There are a couple of ladders to come out from the water, few cliffs where you can have a jump. That's absolutely what I'm gonna do, because It's already so hot. It's June, but you know, the weather is very warm here, so it's a good place to have a holiday, most definitely. But let's get into it. And once you have finished with St. Peter's Pool, I really suggest driving back or walking back to Marsaxlokk. This is a sleepy fishing village, absolutely beautiful with very colorful boats. I'm gonna try also to run my drone here. It's a beautiful bay that I really suggest to visit. There are a few restaurants, there are a few little stands with things that you can buy. Absolutely gorgeous place. You can spend half an hour or even more, you know, just having food, your lunch, beautiful fish, of course. And if you are in Airbnb accommodation, you can buy fresh fish straight from the boat here. There is actually a fishing market running from 7:30 in the morning, not every day. Check on the website when it's open. Another of the must-see places here in Malta when you are on an itinerary is the Hagar archaeological site, and you see it here on my back. It may remind you a little bit of the Stone Age, but the reality it is that this is even older than the Stone Age. It's quite an amazing place. You can walk inside, so you can have more of a view, and once you enter the ticket shop, you can go also for the 4D experience where you can understand a little bit more of what happened here. And it all started 5,500 years ago, so a long time ago. This is neither the second historical complex here in the area. Another absolutely fantastic place. Just to think that it was built 5,500 years ago, the oldest still standing in the world. So you can have a walk around, you can see around, you can see also the equinox, how actually played in the construction of this site. Once you are in Malta, you should add to your itinerary a beach, and the one I prefer is this one in Ghadira. You know, beautiful turquoise water, flat and repaired by the wind, phenomenal. It's busy, it can be busy, especially on the public holidays, but absolutely beautiful. I'll show you a few videos I just finished to make with the drone. And that's pretty much it about this 3 days itinerary video. I'm back to the airport, ready to go home. As you can imagine, this video was not made in 3 days, it was made in actually 10 days. And that's because I really wanted to investigate and see places, you know, with more time than I usually do when I do it on my own. One tip I can give you, if you want to squeeze more things, then you should rent a car, especially if you go in the south of the island where things and places are connected to Valletta. But if you go to one place to the next, you always have to go back to Valletta somehow. So it takes time. And that's pretty much it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to the channel. Ciao ciao from Malta.